Have you ever woken up in the morning, feeling like your body aged a decade overnight? Your legs feel heavier, your back just a little stiffer, and as you swing your feet over the side of the bed, there's that tiny voice inside whispering, "I used to feel stronger than this." You're not alone. Aging isn't just about wrinkles or birthdays, it's about how much strength we can carry into each new day. And for many of us, that strength feels like it's slipping quietly, slowly, and almost unnoticed until one morning, it's no longer easy to climb stairs, carry groceries, or simply move without effort. But what if? What if the key to reversing that wasn't found in a gym or a doctor's prescription? What if it was already sitting quietly on your kitchen shelf? Today, we're diving into something surprisingly simple, yet often overlooked: the power of taking the right vitamins before bed to support your muscles while you sleep. Because here's the truth: as we grow older, our bodies work harder just to maintain what once came naturally. Muscle repair, strength, energy, they don't happen as easily anymore. But what most people don't realize is that during sleep, your body isn't just resting, it's rebuilding, healing, recharging. And that process can either be supported or sabotaged, depending on what we give our bodies beforehand. Now imagine this. What if just 1 tablespoon of a specific vitamin-rich supplement taken right before bedtime could help your body wake up stronger, more balanced, and more energized? Not just once, but consistently? That's what we're about to explore. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 essential vitamins that work quietly while you sleep, helping your muscles recover, rebuild, and stay resilient. You won't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle or start lifting weights at 5 a.m. You'll just need a simple, nighttime habitone that could change the way you feel every morning. We'll talk about the role of vitamin D in building strength, how magnesium helps your muscles truly relax, why vitamin C and E do more than boost your immune system, and how B vitamins quietly fuel overnight repair. But more than just facts and science, I want you to walk away from this video with a sense of hope. Because this isn't just about vitamins. It's about reclaiming something many of us didn't realize we were losing. That deep, quiet confidence that comes from knowing our body is still strong, still capable, and still ours to care for no matter our age. So here's a question to carry with you. When was the last time you truly gave your body what it needed at night? Not just to sleep, but to heal. If that's something you haven't thought about before, don't worry. You're not behind, you're right on time. Let's begin this journey one quiet evening, at a time towards stronger mornings, steadier steps, and a little more power in the life you live every single day. Ready? Let's take a look at the first vitamin that could change everything, starting tonight. Let's begin with something most people have heard of, but rarely truly understood: vitamin D. We often associate vitamin D with sunlight, with bone health, with maybe taking a supplement during winter. But did you know? It might be the quiet hero behind how stronger, how unstable you feel when you first get out of bed. You see, vitamin D doesn't just support your bones. It works deep inside your muscles, helping them absorb calcium, fire properly, and most importantly, repair. Without it, your body's internal construction crew has no blueprints, no materials, no direction. You sleep, sure, but you wake up stiff, foggy, a little off balance. And you can't quite put your finger on why. Let me tell you about someone, George. George is 72, retired, a proud grandfather of 6. Every morning, he used to wake up and grab the edge of the bed just to stabilize himself. His knees didn't hurt, exactly. But there was this quiet, nagging sense of weakness in his legs, like they were slowly forgetting how to hold him up. He tried stretching, more sleep, even replaced his mattress. But nothing worked until a doctor ran a simple test. George was severely deficient in vitamin D. He began taking just 1 tablespoon of a D-rich supplement every evening, along with a little healthy fat to help it absorb better. Within 2 weeks, the difference was real. He stood up with more ease. He walked farther before needing to rest. And most of all, he felt like his body had stopped working against him and started working with him again. That's the magic of vitamin D. Quiet, invisible, but essential. Now here's something that might surprise you. Even in sunny places like Florida or California, vitamin D deficiency is common, especially among older adults. Why? Because as we age, our skin doesn't process sunlight the same way. Our kidneys don't convert it as efficiently, and many of us aren't getting it from food either. So here's your gentle action step tonight. Before bed, try taking a small dose, either in liquid form or as a capsule with a little healthy fat like avocado or almond butter. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be consistent, because this vitamin doesn't just help with bones. It helps with balance, with muscle response, with the simple act of standing tall in your own home. You might not notice it after the first night, but give it a week. Then listen carefully to your legs, to your back, to your body saying, "Thank you. I remember how to feel strong again." Let this be the first brick you lay in rebuilding your strength quietly while you sleep. Now that we've laid the foundation with vitamin D, let's talk about the quiet calm your muscles have been craving. Let's talk about magnesium. If vitamin D is the builder, magnesium is the restorer, the gentle force that tells your muscles, it's okay now, you can let go. You see, most of us think of muscle strength as something active, something you do. But here's a little truth most people miss. Muscles grow not during activity, but during rest. And rest requires deep relaxation. Not just lying still, not just sleeping, but a full cellular release of tension. That's where magnesium steps in. Magnesium helps your muscles relax completely, not partially, not almost, but fully. Without enough of it, your body may fall asleep, but your muscles, they stay clenched, tight, holding on to the stress of the day like a fist that refuses to open. That's why you might wake up sore, even though you didn't overexert yourself. Why your back aches after a full night's rest. Or why your calves feel stiff, as if they never got the memo that sleep had started. Now let me tell you about Carol. She's 78, a retired piano teacher with hands that still remember every note. But her mornings were becoming harder. Her legs felt like stone, her movements slow. She joked that she looked like a robot before noon, until she heard, almost by accident, about magnesium. She started taking a small magnesium supplement at bedtime. Within days, her sleep felt deeper, her limbs lighter. And more than that, she said something beautiful. "I don't just sleep better, I wake up more at peace." Isn't that what we're really after? Not just strong muscles, but a strong sense of ease within our own bodies. Now, here's something to consider. More than 50% of adults over 50 are magnesium deficient. And unlike some other deficiencies, it doesn't scream, it whispers. In little ways you might brush off, a twitch here, a cramp there, a tight shoulder, a restless leg, a hard time falling asleep. But your body notices, and it's asking for help. So here's a small invitation. Tonight, try taking a magnesium supplement before bed. It could be magnesium citrate, glycinate, or even a powder stirred into warm water. Or, if you prefer natural sources, think pumpkin seeds, spinach, or a banana with almond butter. It doesn't need to be dramatic, but it does need to be intentional, because giving your body what it needs to truly relax is one of the most powerful gifts you can offer your muscle sand, your mind. And when you wake up tomorrow, notice how your body moves. Not just how far you can go, but how lightly you get there. That's the magic of magnesium. Not flashy, not loud, just a gentle whisper that says, "You're safe now. You can heal." And with that deep rest comes deeper strength. There's a quiet protector that's been working in your body since the day you were born. One that rarely asks for attention, yet when it's missing, your body feels it in ways you may never suspect. It's called vitamin C. Now, we usually think of vitamin C when we catch a cold. Orange juice, immunity, maybe a fizzy tablet in water. But here's something most people don't realize. Vitamin C isn't just for fighting sniffles. It's essential for repairing your muscles every single night. When you move, walk, lift, stretch, and when you sit, your muscles experience tiny micro tears. It's normal. It's part of being alive. But if those tears aren't repaired, they build up. and slowly, your muscles start to feel tired, worn out, older than they should. That's where vitamin C steps in like a silent guardian. It fights the free radicals, those tiny agents of damage created by stress, pollution, even aging itself. And more importantly, it helps rebuild the collagen and tissue in your muscles while you sleep. You don't see it, you don't feel it happening. But each night, your body is stitching you back together with vitamin C as the thread. Let me tell you about Leonard. He's 79, a former mailman who still walks the neighborhood every morning, rain or shine. But for months, he was feeling off. Not sick, just slower. His muscles ached longer after his walks. His energy dipped sooner in the day. He chalked it up to age until his daughter suggested he boost his vitamin C intake. So, Leonard began a simple habit. Every evening, just before brushing his teeth, he'd take a chewable vitamin C tablet, sometimes paired with kiwi or red bell pepper or a small glass of lemon water. Within 2 weeks, he felt the difference. His walks felt lighter, his soreness eased faster, and most of all, he smiled more. He told his daughter something she'll never forget. "I didn't know how tired I was until I stopped being tired." That's the beauty of vitamin C. It doesn't shout, it doesn't dazzle. It simply restores quietly from the inside out. And here's a little-known truth. As we age, our ability to store and utilize vitamin C decreases. That means we need to replenish it, especially at night, when the body shifts from doing to healing. So here's your invitation. Tonight, try taking a small but consistent dose of vitamin K through food or supplement right before bed. Not for immunity, not for emergencies, but as a nightly act of maintenance, of restoration, of long-term care. Think strawberries, a few slices of kiwi, a handful of bell pepper strips, or a trusted capsule, whatever works for you. Because each small dose is a message to your body that says, "I'm still investing in you. I still believe in your strength." And when you wake up tomorrow, don't just check how your body feels. Check how your energy feels. That spark, that readiness, that quiet power to move through your day, not just surviving, but thriving. Vitamin C makes that possible. Let's talk about something that isn't loud, but slowly erodes your strength if left unnoticed. Inflammation. It doesn't come crashing in. It creeps. A little stiffness here, a longer recovery there, a gradual heaviness in your joints and muscles that whispers, "You're not who you used to be." But here's the truth. That whisper isn't aging, it's inflammation. And there's one powerful ally that helps fight it. Every night, while you sleep, it's called vitamin E. Now, vitamin E rarely gets the spotlight. It's not trendy, it's not flashy. But behind the scenes, it's doing something extraordinary. Neutralizing damage, calming inflammation, repairing your muscles from the inside out while you rest. Because every day, whether you exercise or simply live, your muscles go through micro-stress. Tiny tears, subtle wear. It's all part of life. But if those little injuries aren't soothed, they become long-term weakness. Vitamin E is like a night shift repair worker. Quiet, efficient, dependable. It reduces the inflammatory process that keeps your body locked in recovery mode, so it can finally shift into restoration. Let me share a story with you. Dorothy is 81, a retired gardener, soft-spoken, strong-willed. She loved tending her plants until one spring she realized she could no longer crouch without discomfort. Her knees ached, her back stiffened, and her recovery time? It stretched for days. She assumed, like many do, that it was just part of getting older. But one day, her friend, who happened to be a nutritionist, tasked a simple question. "Are you getting enough vitamin E?" Dorothy didn't know. So, they added a small capsule to her nightly routine, sometimes paired with sunflower seeds or a spoonful of wheat germ oil. Within a couple of weeks, the results were subtle but undeniable. She stood taller. Her flexibility improved. And most of all, she started gardening again. "I didn't change my life," she said. "I just changed one tiny habit, and it changed how life feels." That's the quiet miracle of vitamin E. It doesn't work overnight like caffeine. It doesn't give you a jolt. It gives you relief. Over time, night by night, Here's a secret many don't know. As we age, our cells produce more oxidative stress, the fuel that feeds inflammation. Vitamin E is one of the body's best defenses against that stress. But here's the twist. Your body doesn't make it. You have to bring it in consciously. So here's your gentle challenge tonight. Take a tablespoon of something rich in vitamin E. It could be almonds, spinach sautéed in olive oil, sunflower seeds, or simply a soft gel from a quality supplement. Don't think of it as medicine. Think of it as a gesture, a message to your body. I see the damage you're carrying. I'm here to help you let it go. And when you wake up, notice the absence of tension, of strain, the slow return of flexibility, of ease. Vitamin E won't make headlines, but it just might help you move through life without pain writing the story. When people think of energy, they often picture the morning, a cup of coffee, the rising sun, the rush to begin the day. But what if I told you your true energy doesn't begin in the morning? It begins while you sleep. That's right. The body doesn't just rest at night, it rebuilds. Muscles repair, cells regenerate, the nervous system resets. And behind all that quiet activity is something most people overlook: B vitamins. We often hear about B12 for energy or B6 for mood. But collectively, the B vitamin family plays a deeper, more critical role. They act as the spark plugs in your body's overnight repair engine. Without them, your system may go to sleep, but it doesn't truly recharge. That's why so many people wake up feeling drained. Not because they didn't sleep long enough, but because their body lacked the raw materials it needed to restore itself. Let me introduce you to Harold. He's 84, a retired mechanic. Still sharp, still witty. But for months, Harold noticed something odd. He was sleeping 7, even 8 hours a night, but still waking up tired. His legs felt like they were dragging, his steps unsteady, his mornings dull, foggy, as if the real version of him was stuck somewhere behind the curtain. Then one day, his granddaughter brought over a bottle of B-complex vitamins. He was skeptical. "But I'm sleeping fine," he said. She smiled and said, "Grandpa, maybe your body isn't." So, Harold began taking a low-dose B-complex supplement at night. Just a small habit. Nothing else changed. But within a couple of weeks, he started waking up earlier, walking longer, and laughing louder. He told me something simple but powerful. I didn't just get energy back, I got my spark back. And isn't that what we all want? Not just strength, not just mobility, but presence, vitality, that quiet confidence that says, "I can handle this day." Now here's what makes B vitamins unique. They don't give you energy the way sugar or caffeine does. They help your body make its own energy efficiently, cleanly, naturally. Especially at night, when your cells are hard at work repairing muscle fibers, rebalancing hormones, and restoring neurological function. Each B vitamin plays a role. Bone, thiamine, helps convert nutrients into usable energy. B2, riboflavin, supports muscle metabolism and oxygen flow. B6 aids in protein synthesis essential for muscle repair. B12 supports red blood cell production and nervous system health. And folate, B9, contributes to tissue growth and cellular healing. They're a team, and when one is missing, the whole system slows down. Here's something you may not know. As we age, our ability to absorb B vitamins, especially B12, declines. That means even if you eat well, your body might still be running low, especially at night, when the real healing begins. So here's your gentle nudge. Tonight, consider giving your body that little bit of extra fuel. A B-complex capsule, or even a bedtime snack rich in B vitamins like eggs, yogurt, or a slice of whole grain toast with almond butter. Don't take it to feel a boost. Take it to give your body the tools it needs to work its quiet magic while you rest. And when you wake up, feel for it. That slight lift in your legs, that clearer breath, that subtle, renewed feeling of readiness. That's B vitamins doing their work faithfully, invisibly. Let it be your nightly ritual. Not for sleep, but for what sleep makes possible. So now, you've met them all. 5 quiet allies. 5 silent companions. Working not in the spotlight of your day, but in the soft shadows of your night. Vitamin D, the builder reminding your muscles how to stand strong again. Magnesium, the restorer whispering calm so your body can truly let go. Vitamin C, the healer stitching you back together while the world sleeps. Vitamin E, the protector cooling the fire of inflammation before it spreads. And B vitamins, the fuelers powering your deepest repair from within. None of them scream, none of them push. They don't ask you to run a marathon or change your whole lifestyle. All they ask is that you show up, each night, with a small, intentional habit. A tablespoon, a capsule, a handful of seeds, a quiet moment before brushing your teeth. You don't need perfection. You just need consistency. Because here's something no one tells us enough. Aging is not the enemy. Neglect is. Our bodies aren't betraying us. They're simply asking, gently, will you still care for me, even now? And the answer doesn't have to be grand. It can be simple, subtle, unseen, like a bit of magnesium before bed, or a glass of water with lemon and vitamin C. These small steps, these almost invisible rituals, they compound, night after night, until one morning, you wake up and realize your legs move more freely, your balance feels more natural, your breath flows deeper, and your heart whispers something unexpected. I feel strong again. Not because you chased strength, but because you restored it. And now, before we close, I want to ask you a question. Which of these vitamins might you be missing not just in your body, but in your life? Maybe it's not just physical recovery you're seeking. Maybe it's peace, resilience, energy, hope. Whatever it is, it starts with one small, loving gesture. Tonight? So here's your gentle invitation. Choose one of these vitamins. Add it to your nightly rhythm. Observe, without judgment, how your body responds. Stay curious. Stay consistent. Stay kind to yourself. Because the real transformation doesn't happen in the mirror. It happens in the moments no one sees. In the care you give when no one's watching. In the trust you place in your body to heal itself when given the chance. That is your strength. That is your power. And that is your path forward. So if this video stirred something in you, a question, a sense of possibility, a quiet yes, then share it. Share this with someone who deserves to feel stronger tomorrow. Leave a comment, tell us which vitamin you're adding to your night. And most of all, subscribe so you don't miss the next gentle step in your journey. Remember, your strongest mornings begin with how gently you care for yourself at night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for choosing rest. And thank you for choosing you.